Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I will do a coursework presentation with the title Implications of Aspirations and Direction of Education towards the Formation of Educator-Spirited Teachers. The big idea is teacher as nation builder. Before I started, I would like to express my gratitude to my lecturer, Tuan Haji Zamidi bin Ismail, for helping me throughout completing this assignment. It is not very cordial if I don't introduce myself properly. My name is Nur Inshirah binti Kamal Shabari and my index number is 20222923101115. This is to fulfill the course assignment GPPP 1092, Introduction to Education Studies and Learning only. All similarities and information are taken from open sources, and there is no intention to touch the sensitivity of any party. Now, let us jump into the topic of definition of aspiration. The first meaning of aspiration is a strong desire, longing, or aim, ambition. Next, the second meaning of aspiration is a goal or objective that is strongly desired. Next, we will be looking up to the definition of education. Education is the act or process of imparting or acquiring general knowledge, developing the powers of reasoning and judgment, and generally of preparing oneself or others intellectually for mature life. Now, let us continue with the topic Teacher as Nation Builder. Educator-spirited teacher is a teacher who has a responsible attitude, have high empathy, be sincere in carrying out their duties, and knowledgeable in their field. The development of human capital should begin at the local level. Hence, it is undeniable that educators are entrusted with a significant deal of responsibility for creating future leaders who possess excellent intellect, noble manners, unwavering integrity, and superior personality. So, what does it mean by aspiration of education? Well, the aspirations of education system refers to the desire to be achieved by the Malaysian Ministry of Education, which is to implement major changes to the entire current education system to boost the achievement of all students, be able to possess and master all the skills required in the 21st century based on the Malaysian Education Development Plan 2013 until 2025. Now, we have jumped into the topic of Malaysian Education Quality Standard, also known as SKPM. In order to achieve global education in the 21st century, the quality of education is very crucial and pivotal that Malaysia can develop world-class students. There are two SKPM. The first one is SKPM 2010. It is introduced in 2010. It is also a continuation of SKPM Sekolah 2003. It is an assessment instrument that measures the quality of education clearly and comprehensively. It is also used by Jemaah Nazir and Jaminan Kualiti (JNJK) for inspection. Besides, the school uses it for Penarafan Kendiri Sekolah, which also known as PKS. Apart from that, JPN and PPD use this for monitoring and supervision. Next, we have SKPMG2. SKPM was improved in 2017 to become SKPMG to increase the effectiveness of management and teaching. The SKPMG2 instrument is action-oriented, concerned with the quality of education and based on evidence. SKPMG2 still upholds SKPM 2010 standards, which are 5 standards with improvement. These are 5 SKPM standards. Standard 1. Leadership and direction. High-impact leaders mobilizing and organizing the school community. It is to improve the school and the quality of PDP. Standard 2. Organizational management. The school organization is taking into account the potential and the needs of staff, facilitation, internal resources, and utilizing external resources. The school can function efficiently and effectively. Standard 3. Curriculum management, co-curriculum, and students' affairs. Manage efficiently and effectively to ensure the school functions as a learning institution. It is to produce students who are balanced intellectually, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Standard 4. Teaching and learning. Teachers plan and implement a high-quality PDP to develop a student's potential and achievement at an optimal level. Standard 5. Becoming a student. Education at school produces students who are knowledgeable, skilled, noble, responsible, and capable of achieving students' well-being. Now, we have arrived at the topic Malaysian Education Development Plan PPPM 2013 until 2025. The Malaysian Education Blueprint launched in 2013 is the government's promise to continuously improve the education system. At its core, the blueprint aims to equip Malaysian students holistically and to ensure students are able to fulfill their full potential. It outlines 5 system aspirations, 6 student aspirations, and 11 shifts of transformation to support the education reform. The blueprint was set out in 3 waves. We have departed wave 1, which is 2013 until 2015. And wave 2 in 2020, and the final wave is just upon us. Now, let me share with you guys more details about the 3 waves of transformation. Wave 1. It started from 2013 until 2015. It emphasized on core skills through the improvement in the system by accelerating changes in the method of the program. Besides, it focuses on the methods to improve quality of teaching. Wave 2. It reinforced in 2016 until 2020. It is focusing on re-establishing the standard for curriculum in primary and secondary school. The last one, Wave 3. It officially implemented in 2021 until 2025. It is concentrating on making the transition to a more successful operation in order to preserve the school performance that is above the minimum standard. There are 11 shifts in Malaysian Education Blueprint, also known as PPPM. Shift 1. Provide equal access to quality education of an international standard. Shift 2. Ensure every child is proficient in Bahasa Malaysia and English language and is encouraged to learn an additional language. Shift 3. Develop values-driven Malaysians. Shift 4. Transform teaching into the profession of choice. Shift 5. Ensure high-performing school leaders in every school. Shift 6. Empower JPNs, PPDs, and schools to customize solutions based on need. Shift 7. Leverage ICT to scale up quality learning across Malaysia. Shift 8. Transform ministry delivery capabilities and capacity. Shift 9. Partner with parents, community, and private sector at scale. Shift 10. Maximize student outcomes for every ringgit. And the last one, Shift 11. Increase transparency for direct public accountability. There are 5 systems aspirations that the Ministry of Education wants to achieve. This vision and these aspirations will set the stage for the transformation of the Malaysian education system. A for access, Q for quality, E for equity, U for unity, and the last one, E for efficiency. In this slide, I will be sharing with you guys more details about the 5 system aspirations. The first one, access. 100% enrollment across all levels from preschool to upper secondary by 2020. Second, quality. Top third of countries in international assessments such as PISA and TIMSS in 15 years. Thirdly, 50% reduction in achievement gaps, urban-rural, socio-economic, and gender by 2020. Fourth, unity, an education system that gives children shared values and experiences by embracing diversity. Fifth, efficiency, a system which maximizes student outcomes within current budget. Now, I will go into more depth about each aspirations, as well as sharing with you guys their implications toward the formation of educator-spirited teacher. The first one, access. Every Malaysian child deserves equal access to an education that will enable that child to achieve his or her potential. The ministry thus aspires to ensure universal access and full enrollment of all children from preschool through the upper secondary school level by 2020. The implication towards educator-spirited teacher are teachers can teach all students with equal. Teachers can increase a sense of responsibility in oneself to carry out their duties. Teachers can also produce to a comprehensive students in terms of emotional, physical, spiritual, and intellectual. Number 2, quality. All children will have the opportunity to attain an excellent education that is uniquely Malaysian and comparable to the best international systems. The aspiration is for Malaysia to be in the top third of countries in terms of performance in international assessments, as measured by outcomes in TIMSS and PISA within 15 years. TIMSS and PISA currently test for literacy, mathematics, and science only. The implication towards educator-spirited teacher. Teachers will try their best to teach students well so that the students are qualified to sit for TIMSS and PISA international assessment. Number 3, Equity. Top performing school systems deliver the best possible education for every child, regardless of geography, gender, or socio-economic background. The ministry aspires to halve the current urban-rural, socio-economic, and gender achievement gaps by 2020. The implication: teachers can provide education and knowledge to all students. Teachers can reduce the equity gap between urban and rural areas by giving the same teaching process without any judgment or bias. Number 4, unity. Through interacting with individuals from a range of socio-economic, religious, and ethnic backgrounds, students learn to understand, accept, and embrace these differences. This creates a shared set of experiences and aspirations to build Malaysia's future on. The ministry aspires to create a system where students have opportunities to build these shared experiences and aspirations that form the foundation for unity. The implications: teachers can educate students to respect the religion, ethnic, and races of the people among them. Teachers can also produce students who have a strong national identity to the nation and country. Number 5, efficiency. The Malaysian education system has always been well funded, yet improvements in student outcomes have not always matched the resources channeled into the system. While the government will maintain current levels of investment, the aspiration is to further maximize student outcomes within the current budget levels. The implication: teachers need to ensure the quality of the teaching method. Next, teachers need to ensure that the level of students' performance and potential increase from time to time. The Malaysian Education Development Plan also mentioned about 6 student aspirations. Beyond these system-wide outcomes, stakeholders were also very clear on what quality should be at the individual student level. Firstly, knowledge. Secondly, thinking skills. Thirdly, leadership skills. Fourth, bilingual proficiency. Fifth, ethics and spirituality. Sixth, national identity. In these slides, we will go deeper into each aspirations, as well as I will be sharing with you guys the implications toward the formation of educator-spirited teacher. The first one, knowledge. At most basic level, every child will be fully literate and numerate. Beyond this, it is important that students master core subjects such as mathematics and science and are informed with a rounded general knowledge of Malaysia, Asia, and the world. This will include their histories, people, and geography. Students will also be encouraged to develop their knowledge and skills in other areas such as the arts, music, and sports. The implication is teachers will try to teach their students well so that the students are able to gain a lot of knowledge and soft skills as stated in PPPM. Secondly, thinking skills. Every child will learn how to continue acquiring knowledge throughout their lives. Every child will master a range of important cognitive skills, including critical thinking, reasoning, creative thinking, and innovation. This is an area where the system has historically fallen short, with students being less able than they should be in applying knowledge and thinking critically outside familiar academic contexts. The implication is teachers can train students to think creatively, critically, and innovatively. Number three, leadership skills. In our increasingly interconnected world, being able to lead and work effectively with others is critical. The education system will help every student reach his or her full potential by creating formal and informal opportunities for students to work in teams and to take on leadership roles. In the context of the education system, leadership encompasses four dimensions: entrepreneurship, resilience, emotional intelligence, and strong communication skills. The implication is teachers can train students in the class to be the good leader so that the students can cultivate leadership values in themselves. Next, teachers can change their way of teaching method according to the relevance in the 21st century. Number four, bilingual proficiency. Every child will be at minimum operationally proficient in Bahasa Malaysia as the national language and English as the international language of communication. This means that upon leaving school, the students should be able to work in both Bahasa Malaysia and English language environment. The ministry also encouraged all students to learn an additional language. The implications towards the formation of educator-spirited teacher. Instead of Bahasa Melayu and English, teachers can assist students in learning and using other language for daily communication. Besides, teachers can encourage students to explore their potential to master languages like Mandarin or Tamil. Number five, ethics and spirituality. The education system will inculcate strong ethics and spirituality in every child to prepare them to rise to the challenges they will inevitably face in adult life. It also helps to resolve conflicts peacefully, to employ sound judgment and principles during critical moments, and to have the courage to do what is right. The education system also seeks to nurture caring individuals who gainfully contribute to the betterment of the community. For the implication, teachers should always remind their students to follow ethical and spiritual values in their daily lives. Apart from that, teachers should educate students about prejudice and emphasize the value of respecting people of all racial and religious backgrounds. The last one, national identity. An unshakable sense of national identity tied to the principles of the Rukun Negara is necessary for Malaysia's success and future. Every child will proudly identify as Malaysian, irrespective of ethnicity, religion, or socio-economic status. Achieving this patriotism requires that every child understand the country's history and shares common aspiration for the future. For the implication, teachers should educate students to respect each other and have a sense of belonging. Apart from that, teachers should encourage their students to develop a love of country that manifests as nationalism and readiness to make the sacrifice for our nation. Now, let us jump into the topic of implication to education system in Malaysia. We will be focusing on the topic of implication towards teachers. Teachers need to have a superior vision to transform various aspects of education, have high-level thinking, and be able to innovate in order to be able to improve both schools and students' success. The first one, professional development. Teachers do mind shifts and work culture change, as well as renew knowledge and skills continuously. Teachers need to dare to diversify creative and innovative teaching methods and techniques in PDP. Apart from that, teachers need to cooperate and be open to students. And the last one, teachers need to improve professional practice continuously. Next, becoming a role model. Teachers becoming role models for students as in the wishes of PPPM. To develop students holistically, teachers are not only role model to students, but they are also need to strive to produce students who have strong national identity. Now, the focus will be on implication towards school leaders. School leaders need to strive to make the school as a basic in producing successful community members and active contributors to national development. So, what can these school leaders do? Well, the first one, they can act as a leader. The principal, headmaster, PGB, act as a leader, guider, and encourager for teachers, students, and staff in the school. Next, they can do professional collaboration. PGB needs to establish professional collaboration with PPD to obtain input for annual performance targets and will enjoy greater transparency regarding results. All right, now allow me to continue with the subtopic of educator-spirited teacher. The definition of educator-spirited teacher is teachers who are competent in all aspects mentioned will educate with various teaching strategies and PDP facilitation. The aspects mentioned are teach with love, act responsibly, be a role model to produce excellent students. Teachers' ethics. Ethics mean human behavior habits that includes character, attitude, feelings, morals, and ways of thinking. There are few responsibilities that teachers need to practice. The first one, responsibility towards students. The second one, responsibility towards parents. The third one, responsibility towards society and country. And the last one, responsibility to peers and teaching profession. In this slide, I will be talking in details about the responsibilities that teachers need to practice. The first one, responsibilities toward students. Prioritizing students in the classroom and outside the classroom. Teachers need to take fair action towards all students. Teachers need to respect the rights of every student so that confidential student information is not disclosed to anyone. Teachers need to show behavior, speech, and appearance that is an example to the students. The second one, responsibility towards parents. Teachers need to establish a good relationship with parents. They need to always channel information related to students. They need to manage and keep personal information of students and families. The last one, teachers need to avoid causing negative perceptions of parents. The third one, responsibility towards society and country. Teachers cultivate values in students to become a useful citizens. They need to respect the local community. They need to practice good behavior. And they must provide cooperation by contributing to the community. Lastly, responsibilities towards peers and teaching profession. Teachers refrain from making any comments or statements in front of students or parents. They need to collaborate with colleagues. They need to maintain and improve self-efficacy towards the profession. Lastly, they need to improve knowledge and skill in line with the world development. In these slides, I will be sharing with you guys implication to excellent teachers or educated spirited teachers. Here, I provided 4 implications. The first one, cultivator of unity and nation builder. The second one, forming human capitals that is balanced and harmonious. The third one, practice excellent work culture. And last one, implement lifelong journey. In these slides, I will be sharing in details about each implications towards the formation of excellent teachers. The first one, cultivator of unity and nation builder. As we all know, unity is very pivotal among various races with various cultures and beliefs in Malaysia. The unity that exists will be able to produce a society that cooperates with each other and develops the country as well as living harmoniously. Excellent teachers with an educational spirit will always aware of these issues of unity and strive to create understanding and cooperating among students. The second one, forming human capitals that is balanced and harmonious. Teachers are responsible for educating and imparting knowledge to achieve FPK's desire to produce balanced and harmonious students. Excellent teachers and educators need to live up the wishes of FPK so that any plans in carrying out their responsibilities as educators do not go astray. The third one, practice excellent work culture. A superior work culture is the basis for improving the quality of educational achievement. Work culture will be achieved if teachers practice work ethics and integrity that is comprehensive and positive. Teachers will protect the good name of their profession by not doing any actions that are against the ethics and rules. The last one, implement lifelong journey. Teachers should equip themselves with the characteristic of 21st century educators by constantly improving their knowledge and skills. Teachers play an important role in ensuring lifelong learning to improve the teacher's professionalism. We have come to the end of this presentation. Before I finish, I would like to express my gratitude for spending time with me throughout the presentation. Thank you for watching and have a good day.